somehow that finished Crewe 2, Sunderland 2. I actually don't know how we managed to get a point out of that. I thought that Crewe, for at least 2/3 of the game, looked considerably the better side. Maybe I'm being harsh on Sunderland, but to come back from 2-0 down to get a point in that manner, especially considering how bad the performance was, this is one of the rarest of exceptions where I say I will take a draw. I felt that Sunderland, again, just struggled to get going. I think the first 30 minutes was very scrappy. It was a very gritty affair, which I expected Crewe to make it. And I just think the 2 goals were conceded awful defensively. Don't get me wrong. I know that you're not gonna keep clean sheets every game. It's impossible. But it doesn't mean you have to be happy when you've conceded 2 goals. Really, really poor. I can't fathom either of them. And even for most of the first half an hour of the second half. I know there's obviously breaks in play because of injuries and whatnot, and hopefully everyone injured makes it okay, especially Ledbetter, because he had to go off the pitch with what looked like a dislocated shoulder, and he had to have some sort of device, whatever it is, that allows you to breathe into it to get air. Must have been really winded off that. But that aside, for majority of that second half, even before Jones's absolute first of the 2 wonder goals, I didn't think we looked in it. I thought we looked like we were just passive. It looked like we were accepting a loss. I still maintain that if you want to get in the top 2, those are games that you can't drop points in. And fair play to Crewe. They bossed us for the first however many minutes of the game. Easily the better side. Should have been probably 3-4-0 up. But in saying that, we had a couple. The best we did before we scored was half chances from Wyke, or O'Brien had a pretty good volleyed effort, to be fair, but just didn't. Nothing was clicking. Then Jones, and I think that, and you can say the substitutions got us a point out of this game. Jones comes on, cuts in down the left hand side, and just lashes it. He just absolutely lashes it into the top right corner. Very, very good goal. And for me, that's not even the best of them. As the game was dwindling on with the time wasting that was going on, and look, I get annoyed when any team time wastes. I'm not a particularly big fan when we do it, to be perfectly truthful, but every team's going to do it. It's just going to happen. That's why I always say don't give teams something to hang on to, because you're enticing that to happen. But then, somehow, out of nowhere, long ball forward, manages to find Chris Maguire right-hand side of the penalty area, and he volleys it, and it just goes over everyone and dips perfectly into the left-hand side of the goal. It's just, and to be fair, that's one of the few times I will actually, on the live stream I did with me, Dino and Jack, apologies that my internet connection was terrible, I did actually celebrate, I know, and I try to avoid spoiling it for the others, but in that manner you can't control it. You just can't control it. I was just stunned. I'm stunned that we got something out of that game, given the manner of the performance, given how poor we were, given that we were 2-0 down, and deservedly 2-0 down, could have been more. You'll take that. But we have to use this as a learning curve. Don't repeat this type of performance. The next 2 games we've got coming up are massive. Swindon and Rochdale at home, and we obviously got a huge trip to Pompey a week on Tuesday. We've got to respond from this and go on. So, look, it could have been a lot worse. Plymouth, thankfully, actually did us the favour. Beat Lincoln 4-3. Hull won at Wimbledon, but I've seen that Lincoln and Hull both got 2 penalties. Gillingham obviously got something at Portsmouth. It could have been worse. I mean, obviously Peterborough beat Wigan, but let's be brutally honest, I was expecting that. I was expecting it to be more comfortable than 2-1, to be honest. Doncaster lost. I think Accrington might have dropped points, but I could be wrong. So we got lucky. We got lucky in a lot of ways. That we've actually managed to close the gap by 1 point to the top 2, to 6. But again, we can't afford that type of result and performance in games like this. I love you there, guys. I'm still not. Part of me, don't get me wrong, I'm content with the point given the circumstances, but I'm still not happy with that result. But there you go. These are games I expect to win. But fair play to Crewe. I can see why Crewe are where they are based on that. Very aggressive, very gritty, very hungry. They should have no problems. And when you play teams around us, can you do us a favour, please? I love you and leave you there, guys. See you all later. And let's hope you respond with a win with 3 points against Swindon on Tuesday. Stay safe. And remember to like, comment and subscribe. It means a lot.